Hey guys, I hope you are enjoying your hurricane. Happy hurricane. We are going to do this in two parts. So the first part will have the front page and then the second part will have the back page. And we're just going to get into it. So we're going to start with a 2-column proof, similar to the algebraic proof with statements and reasons, but now we are incorporating geometry concepts. So it starts out with a given, and they always give you a given. It says Q is the midpoint of this segment PR. It also shows us a picture. This given statement always goes in the first line along with the reason given. We are trying to prove that PQ is congruent to QR, and we're just going to take one step to get there. So because Q is the midpoint of PR, we can say that PQ is equal in length to QR. And the reason why we can say that is because of definition of midpoint. And then we can say that PQ is congruent to QR, and that's because of definition of congruence. If these are the same length, then they are congruent segments. So definition of congruence. Okay, and now moving on to the next one, we have another example here. Of course, it always starts out with a given. It says B is the midpoint of AC and C is the midpoint of DE. It also tells us that AB is congruent to CE, and we're trying to prove that BC, this segment right here, is equal to DC. So it gives us some of the steps, and we'll just fill in the rest. So it says that it gives us the given, B is the midpoint of AC, and C is the midpoint of DE. Then the reason is definition of midpoint, so they want us to say that AB is equal to BC, so this is equal to this, and DC is equal to CE. So here we said that this is equal to this because B is the midpoint, and this is equal to this because C is the midpoint. Then the next line, it says given, and it gives this part of the given now, AB is equal to CE, which we have marked. And now what they're going to do is use substitution. So AB is equal to BC, so therefore we can substitute BC for AB and say BC equals CE, and that is called substitution. Then we are going to do that again. Since CE equals DC, we can substitute DC and get BC equals DC, and it's substitution. So this is the proof statement that we were trying to prove, that BC is equal to DC right here. Okay, and then the next page over here, we have what's called a flow proof. A flow proof is very similar to the other proof. It's the same process, it's just in a different format. It's more of in a flowchart format. So I'll walk you through this as well. It says that P is the midpoint of segment JK. You can see that. Prove that X equals 2. So I know it's a little bit hard to see, but it gives us the given right here. P is a midpoint of JK. So since P is a midpoint, we can say that JP, segment JP, is congruent to PK. So this is equal to this. And that is just midpoint theorem. Okay, and then since they are congruent, then they are equal in length. That's definition of congruence. Since they are equal in length, that means that we can put x equal to 5x minus 8. X equals 5x minus 8. So what we did is we just used substitution to substitute the expression for each of those. So substitution. Okay, and then over here, they're going to start solving this. So to solve this, they are subtracting 5x from both sides to get 5x over the negative 5x over here. So they're showing that. Then they show like the simplification, which they call substitution. So remember when I said that sometimes combining like terms they call substitution, that's what they showed here. And then from here, they are dividing both sides by -4 to get the value of x. So they're using division property. And then the final answer is x equals 2. They just simplified, which they call substitution. Okay, then down here we have another flow proof, similar idea. It always starts with the given in the flow proof, and we have to look at what they're referring to in terms of the picture too. It says FG equals HK, so that means they're the same length. So given right here. And then it says substitution for the reason, so they want us to substitute these expressions for the length of the segment. So 4x minus 6 equals 22. Then from here, we're going to start solving this. They kind of in the textbook examples, they really draw out these steps. So they're going to show the adding 6 to both sides like this. So 4x minus 6, and then they show adding 6, and then 22 adding 6 on this side as well. And that would be addition property of equality. And then from here, they just simplify it, combine like terms. They call it substitution to get 4x equals 28. Then from there, divide both sides by 4. And then we get x equals 7. And then the simplifying they call substitution. Okay, and so I'm going to stop it here. This will be the first video. And then for the back, there will be another video.